Shigemi Kaji. I'm sorry. I just wanted to mess with our producer. Hey guys, welcome back. It's all new episode of SCNS Live. We are back, and we got somebody new over here, but we're gonna introduce him last because that's how we do guests on this show. Anyway, I'm Jason the X. Over there in Cass's seat, we've got Kat.
Yeah, Ricardo decided to pull a little, biatch move. I'll get him back.
Actually, no, it was more. Chair. No, it was more of the chairs can move. It's more of I sit in our lower thirds because I was like, she's sitting there because I'm putting a name there.
I stand out no matter where I sit, and it's not just because of my extremely pale skin.
I know. I edit her videos. Anyway, joining us again over here is Ricardo.
I'm wearing a Captain Hammer shirt because it's been 10 years since Dr. Horrible Sing-Along brought.
Oh my God, it's been 10 years?
And I still love Felicia Day.
What is the hammer?
It's my penis.
Okay.
Over there on the board, running things, making it work, making it look pretty, we've got Miss Cora.
Hi.
Who yells? Look at how nice she is before she yells at us to turn everything off before the show starts.
I don't yell.
Put your phones on silent.
I am sweet and
If you're not watching this, help us,
okay,
please.
like I love this girl, but do I love sweet, nice girls? No, I do not.
She's like Vince McMahon when it's time. Shut up!
I will ruin you.
And joining us from the One and Twin Powers Activate show, it's Aaron.
Why, thank you very much. Thank you so much.
I got drunk in a bar and was like, come on our show. that is not
literally, that's actually exactly how it happened.
He's not as hot as my sister, which is a sentence I've never said before and won't say again. But he seems nice.
Well,
thank you. I
we'll let the audience out there decide that. Anyway, guys, we do have an awesome show for y'all. Last weekend was San Diego Comic-Con 2018. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. It was kind of a meh one.
Yeah, it was a little lackluster.
I've heard that from people that went there. It was kind of, it hit the same high points it always does. There are a few really great things that happened, but otherwise, it was just a standard Comic-Con.
Marvel wasn't there.
Marvel is never going to be there again. They've got D23 that they're going to be presenting all their stuff.
That is right.
So, with Marvel, this is the first year that Marvel was out of it, and, I mean, we got Marvel TV.
Yeah.
But all of that, which we're getting into, will kind of be coming into question lately. But there were other things, awesome things that did happen, and we're going to touch on that because it's SDCC.
Even what do you call it? Cartoon Network, their not Toonami, the Adult Swim. The Adult Swim park wasn't there this year either.
Adult Swim's home is Dragon Con. Let's just face it.
yeah.
But even last year though, they had that nice little thing going on with the Rick and Morty, so there was just nothing new this year. So this was from Desiree Preston Anasni, who was Nasni V. Yeah, she changed her name. Who was down there this year, as she always is, doing a Hollypalooza. So she was telling me, yeah, it was very meh, which she said kind of needed it. Kind of scale it down just for a year and then bring it back up next year, hopefully.
So many people are doing their own cons now, like their own
maybe
kind
oversaturation
of
kind of thing going on.
No, like they're doing their separate shows, so they're not announcing some of their bigger stuff at SDCC anymore.
And as somebody that's been to several SDCC, the thing is just getting bigger and bigger, stretching out into blocks. You don't, when you're there, like, okay, we were covering things, we were posting trailers and news from there. We're on the outside looking in.
Yeah.
When you're on the inside, it's just everything is happening and you're in it. Mm-hmm. So you don't really keep abreast of everything that's going on. So it's a different experience being there and trying to do everything. It's a tiring event. I mean, but we'll probably be there next year. So just throwing that out
I feel like he's just rubbing it in right now because I've never been.
I was about to ask, has anybody been to the San Diego one? You have?
Yeah, I've been as
That's why they're sitting there rubbing it in.
Bucket list.
No, we're not rubbing it in. It's an experience.
No, I know.
I wonder if that one
it is definitely an experience. I think as a media crew, we definitely should experience it. But you need a team to really cover it effectively.
That's what I've heard.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard it would take like all of us and then be
you need
mad
rotations. You need at least 4 people.
Yeah, at least 4 people, 2 camera units running. You're running back and forth. You're trying to keep up with everything.
Those cameras get really heavy, don't they?
Ooh, yeah, they do. Especially when you're carrying that and a bunch of SDCC exclusives that you bought. That you bought at 11 a.m.
and you weren't smart enough to like dump at the car or dump at the house.
I think I dropped like 10 pounds and was jacked by the end of SDCC because I had to carry 2 bags just like this. Like and the camera gear. So it's like,
So you buy all the exclusives, but then when you get on the plane, it's like, oh crap.
Nope.
I don't have room in my luggage.
How do you check them in?
What clothes do I not need to bring back home?
and there's not really a lot of exclusives, and we'll get into that exclusives,
Yeah.
but there are a couple I'm going to try to get later on. But anyway, you know how we do this thing. Enough. We'll get to that. Let's kick it off with some super cool nerd news. Alright guys, super cool nerd news, and I'm kicking off with something that pisses me off a little bit. So,
Oh yay!
this weekend during SDCC, Disney made the announcement that James Gunn has now been removed from Guardians of the Galaxy 3 due to some questionable tweets, dark jokes that he made on Twitter over 10 years ago, which were actually discovered 6 years ago that he apologized for, and people had said, it was a bad joke, he's moved on, and really hasn't gone to that humor since then. However, and I'm just going to be quite frank about it, there are a bunch of right-wing dickbags out there who spread misinformation like Pizzagate and bullshit like that, who decided to go and attack him and bring this all up again. To which Disney had no choice. I'm sorry, no, they did have a choice to not follow somebody who calls everyone a pedophile on the internet that disagrees with him and release James Gunn from his contract with Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Now, James has apologized for it once again. He has owned up to everything that he said, but he's also just taken it, okay, they've decided to remove me, that's fine. The internet, however, is not having it, and fans have started a petition on change.org, which you can find that at change.org/Marvel. I'm just going to put the link down in the description because it's a lot. But you can find it just by petition James Gunn. It is over 300,000 signatures right now. I'd like to see this thing over 500,000. Now, I'm going to be real about it. I don't think Disney is going to listen to the fans on this one.
You don't think so?
However, it's good for us to have our voice out there and support somebody who has made actual change. And if we can't allow someone to change in society, then there's really no point to even becoming good or anything afterwards. So I believe in James Gunn. I'd like to see him put back on Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And if you have time, please go over to this petition, sign it, and at least get our voices heard, even if they don't put him back. So
Yeah, and just think, if all 200,000 of our spectators go sign it right now, that'll be, you know, over 500K.
that is 2,222. It's all twos on our sub list. But
we don't
yeah,
have 200,000. What am I doing here?
I have no idea.
What if I get out of
So-
bed for 2,000?
But like firing the James Gunn kind of nullifies the message that was behind Guardians, because all the Guardians were very. They're all different. They all had their faults and all that, but when they got together, they changed for the better. And
Even
James Gunn,
villains at the
even
end
villains,
could
yeah.
kind of turn, and
Nebula,
that's what I like about
Gamora, like
I
all of them.
have loved the outpouring of support for him in the wake of this. And a lot of people are trying to compare it to the Roseanne thing. No. He
But
did this
it's-
10 years ago. Roseanne did that yesterday and blamed it on Ambien. So
it. Ambien's a
it's not
powerful
flying
drug.
for me. It's not the same. The situation is not even close to being the same. And
It's not close at all. Like, she didn't change overnight.
No,
He-
not at all. And
he
he
had, like,
actually
10
tried to
years.
repent for it
Yeah.
and say, hey, please forgive me for the mistakes
and
that
he
I've
said I
made.
was young and I
Freaking
was
double
stupid.
jeopardy.
And I don't think Roseanne's actually
It's double
really
jeopardy.
gone out there and be like, hey, you know what? I really messed up. I mean, I think she did a little bit, but like I've seen other interviews where she's still, you know, kind of like on the fence sort of in a way with her opinions on it. It's like, it doesn't really feel like, yeah, I don't know, but she's also got a lot of issues too. I don't want to like.
She did an interview recently where she said, "I thought the person was white."
It
She
was
did- she didn't-
repeated-
Yeah. Anyways.
repeated bad behavior with her.
Yeah.
Well,
But
Yeah.
10 years ago
But
is
getting away-
different
yeah.
from yesterday.
That's very
Like,
true.
I love that the cast is also supporting him, and I'm hoping, I do hope that there will be a change, but I'm not banking on it.
I really hope so too. I really do.
Did you see the Disney thing? And I'm sorry, I didn't even think about it, but there's like this Disney thing that's like really Disney. You're gonna blame people for their past
Ooh.
and put
Yes.
like their
Ooh.
racist
Yes.
montages
Yes.
and stuff that Disney has done wrong.
Cora and I have talked about this in length off camera, and the first thing we say is, "Dim
Song-
crows."
Song of the South, and actually,
Song of the South. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
and actually,
Even Walt was just very well
Well,
known to be like what anti-Semitic and all that stuff, right?
A little bit on that. Yeah.
At Disneyland right now in California, they have a ride called Splash Mountain. And it's a log flume ride. But once you go through the log flume, the first thing you hear are songs from Song of the South. And it's a completely Song of the South themed ride. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because it's not, they don't have any racist things up there. But it's a very racist cartoon. It's such a racist cartoon. Yeah, you hear zippity doo dah when you go, once you hit the water going through the cave, you hear zippity doo dah, zippity day.
Yeah, we're not judging you, Disney.
What a wonderful day.
I'm just saying,
we
like,
do not support racism in any
If you can't take things and be like, by today's standards, this is unacceptable. Like, and you can't be like, yes, it is, and so we're going to repeat you, we're trying to learn and blah, 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 but they're like, yeah, fire him.
Even comedy has evolved.
Yes.
Yeah,
true that.
Definitely in my lifetime. So,
yeah.
I mean, who was it back in the day had the 7 or 10 cuss words you can't use on TV?
George Carlin.
George Carlin, yeah, and that stuff was like, oh my god. And nowadays you probably can't do that bit, but you know.
Or Archie Bunker. You can't even bring Archie Bunker back, and people would freak out.
Look at we were making the comparison Eddie Murphy and some of the stand-up he did.
Oh my god, dude! For
even
real.
he acknowledges I can't do that stand-up today. So. Anyway, that's my 2 cents about it and a little bit of news on it. So if you got time, go over and sign the petition. Maybe we'll get something to change. But let's move on to something a little bit brighter. Kat, what you got for us?
Oh, okay. So Overwatch League, I am almost ready to shut up about Overwatch League, but only because it's about to be over until Season 2. So Overwatch League finals are this weekend. You should watch. It's totally more fun than it should be. And the 5th and 6th seed, there are only 12 teams, right, in the Overwatch League. And through some crazy events, Philly is in the finals. I'm a Philly stan. I don't know why. I know I'm from Texas. I'm not allowed to like Philly sports of any type. In all fairness, not only are none of them from Philadelphia, none of them are from America, the USA. They're from all over the place.
Hey, Philly is a city of brotherly love, and it is a melting pot.
No, I don't think they've even been to Philly yet. Like, this is the esports. They're from Finland and Korea and
go see the Rocky statue.
Swedish and whatever. But anyway, Philly versus London, who is an all-Korean roster, ironically, are playing this weekend. It's going to be hype. Check it out. It's on Twitch. Oh, broadcast. They're broadcasting this. That was the other part of the story. On, like, ESPN2.
Wow.
Picked it up.
They got ESPN2.
Wow. They moved up from the
Ocho.
The Ocho.
But yeah, ESPN2, I think like ABC Family, one of the Disney channels. This is serious. They put it on broadcast TV.
Disney owns ESPN.
That's true.
Yeah. I'm celebrating. But yeah, check it out. I watch it on Twitch because if you have Amazon Prime, you get free Twitch Prime and you don't have to watch commercials.
There you go.
Now, if only she would play Overwatch with me on PS4.
You're not good enough.
Ooh. Those are fighting words.
I haven't been playing much lately.
Anyway,
I'm sorry, I have a camera on your face, Jason.
Keep an eye out. We might have to do this match live.
Hey, anyone, add me on PS4, Bad Mean Pie Rising. I'll play with you guys. No, I just haven't been on yet. This season at all. I haven't even placed. Just the knife
twists slowly.
I haven't even placed. You can check my
Ricardo,
profile.
tell me something to brighten my spirits.
I don't know if this is going to brighten your spirits at all. Are Dark Phoenix and New Mutants canceled? We don't know. Maybe not. So, a report from Superhero Hype earlier today from what has been deemed a reliable source. So, even so take this with a grain of salt. None of the big like Variety or Hollywood Reporter, none of them have picked it up yet. But what is being said is that both Dark Phoenix and the New Mutants are in danger of being canceled altogether. With New Mutants, Fox initially wanted the movie to be set primarily in the X-Mansion, being based directly on the comics, with a final battle against a Sentinel during the third act. However, director Josh Boone came to them with a rather different version carrying a significantly darker tone, which we saw in the trailer, which they decided to follow. Now, Fox is apparently upset with their decision to follow Boone's vision and are desperately attempting to reshoot accordingly. After Fox saw a cut of the movie, they deemed it boring and unwatchable, and ordered extensive reshoots, which pushed the release date from February of this year to August of 2019. So, almost a year from now. With the cast having to do reshoots, they are reportedly unhappy, as production of this movie has been in and out of production well over a year now, much longer than the cast had signed on for. Also, Anya Taylor-Joy, who signed on to play Magic, did not get along with the cast, which only adds to the problems of the New Mutants. Not much to report on the Dark Phoenix, which Sophie Taylor recently said was under reshoots.
Sophie Turner, thank you. Sophie Turner recently said was undergoing reshoots, but Fox is considering scrapping their projects altogether. The merger between Fox and Disney isn't helping matters, as Disney apparently is starting to be more active in decisions and are not happy with either movie as well. If Fox doesn't cut their losses, Disney will most likely do it for them once they take over, as Disney will most likely integrate the X-Men into the MCU, which thank God, and won't be any easier if either New Mutants or Dark Phoenix bomb at the box office. The only currently successful Marvel franchise that Fox owns is Deadpool, with two great Deadpool movies, Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2, which came out earlier this year. As X-Men Apocalypse was seen as a huge step down from X-Men Days of Future Past. It was. Which
even I agree with that. How do you mess up Apocalypse? Like,
you don't say his name on camera ever.
You don't.
That's
how do you fuck that up?
Captain America, or is?
And then Fantastic, the Fantastic bombed a few years ago, which that movie was just full of problems.
Well, I mean, tomorrow the big vote for the merger is going down.
Right.
So a lot of this is gonna that's speculation, but it's speculation really close to this vote. So let's be real here. If you're Kevin Feige and you need to introduce mutants to the MCU,
scrap the projects.
Clean slate.
Yeah.
Which
I have a feeling that these movies are going to be
100%.
You know
I don't want anything in recent memory about it.
Here's how you integrate X-Men into the MCU, because now that I thought about it, in a split second, it kind of like hit me. Captain Marvel's gonna bring back everyone, right? Or supposedly gonna try to bring back everyone, right? Okay. So however Avengers 4 happens, if certain people that died come back from being dust, what if they come back with mutant powers?
Well,
a lot of them already had powers.
I actually have a better theory on that.
All right.
And this is from a guy that reads comics. But recently in the comics, Beast was doing a symposium on. Someone asked basically, where did mutants come from? And he said, well, it's a mutation. Without going into everything, it's a mutation that was possibly introduced by the Celestials.
Okay.
What was Ego in Guardians of the Galaxy?
The Celestial.
Yeah.
What did he plant on Earth?
The plants.
The giant
the
things.
spores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Marvel just gave themselves an in to do that. Because
Okay.
there's a reason they did that in the comics. And I'm like, that would work. That would work.
Yeah.
So, but this is all theory and based on that. However, I'm going to go ahead and say it. If the merger goes down tomorrow, and especially if they've already said that New Mutants is boring
and unwatchable,
those movies are getting scrapped.
If they went through with the Apocalypse, if they saw that and they're like, this is good and we should put it out, then I hate to see what something that they consider boring and unwatchable is, because
I think the best bet is just to go with a clean slate.
Apocalypse was entirely made in first of all, the post.
And it's not unheard of for company mergers to do that type of thing anyways.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised whatsoever that they do something similar to that.
But if you can hear us, please keep Ryan Reynolds. He's precious.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Please keep Deadpool.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't hate any of the actors in it. I thought the actors did an okay job. Sophie Turner's accent was
Nobody wants
wandering.
to hear their movie is unwatchable. Though.
But Apocalypse, you decided to put that out, and then you say this one is worse. And I have no Don't do all your post production in Maya. First of all,
don't
do all of it in Maya. That's a bad idea. And secondly, if you're gonna have a character that demands to be worshipped, named Apocalypse, maybe say his name out loud. Not once during that movie was he like, my name is Apocalypse and worship me. He just said, worship me. So it's like, okay, disembodied voice. I have so many problems with that movie.
That movie was just a big old piece of garbage. But there was another report that from the same thing, because there were a couple of websites that kind of picked this up, that even in the cut of Dark Phoenix that they had, Olivia Munn wasn't in it at all.
Yeah.
So
quit cutting Olivia Munn out of your movies.
Like Psylocke, like one was a disappointment in Apocalypse because she wasn't in it all that much. We really didn't see her being powers all that much. Like,
she was just
put her in the movie.
Cut.
She's great as Psylocke. Like, she could be great as Psylocke. Like, just
her martial arts skills are sick at this point. The funniest thing about the whole thing to me is that they're like, well, it didn't measure up to Boone's vision and blah blah blah. And I'm like, I wasn't aware when watching Apocalypse, this is the last thing I'm going to say about it, that there was a vision involved. At no point did it look like they knew where it was supposed to go, so I would be really amused to see what you thought was like a consolidated real thing happening. That's all. I'm done.
Alright, so...
Good rant.
Keep an eye out tomorrow, vote goes down, and then either tomorrow or the next couple of weeks, either this is going to get new release dates, or they're just going to straight up cancel. So keep an eye out for that.
I'm betting for cancel. But we do have some good news over there. Something that Cora and I both have a joy of. Cora, please. This is just a great story about success.
Yay.
All right, so for anyone that follows the podcast, The Adventure Zone, you know that they recently had a comic release last week. It's right there, book. It's actually...
She made me take her to Barnes & Noble.
I did not make you. I mentioned it and you insisted.
You put a knife to my throat.
I believe Jason.
I mean, I rolled a 20 on Intimidate, so. The artist is Carrie Peach, which I admit I didn't know who she was until I started following the Adventure Zone, but the art is really good inside. It follows the story very well for what they could do. They did have to change some names and things that happened since they were following a pre-made path from Wizards of the Coast, and we don't want to get sued by Wizards of the Coast. No one does. But that's not all the good news that's come out. It released Friday of last week. It is already on the New York Times #1 best-selling books. It's only been a week. It's already there.
That's amazing.
And actually, when I went to go pick it up, the guy, because I had to ask where it was, because Barnes & Noble has new releases like everywhere, all over the store. He's like, well, I know it was on this table over here, but I don't know if we have any more copies. People have been buying them left and right.
Dang.
Wow.
And I got one. They had 3 copies left when I went and got mine. So there were 2 copies when I left, and one of my friends picked up one after they saw it.
It's so pretty.
Can I borrow it after you're done with it?
Oh yeah, like y'all are more than welcome to borrow it if you would like. If y'all have not listened to the Adventure Zone, I highly recommend starting from the beginning. Normally with D&D podcasts, like, no, start with the new campaign. But with the Adventure Zone, it's so charming to start from the beginning because you have Griffin, who is the DM, who's never DM'd before. And he's only really played a handful of games. You have his brothers, Justin and Travis. Travis has played 1 game before, and Justin has never played before, but he knows of the game. And then you have their father, Clint, who has never played anything like this before at all. So they're all basically starting from square one, and to see how they transition over the course of the game, how they get better or worse, depends. Clint's not the best at playing this game, but it's great to watch him play. But watch that, see how the story just grows, and see how good of a storyteller Griffin really is, because he planted stuff at the very beginning, which you don't realize until the last chapter that they do. Also of note, with this, they didn't mention if they were going to be going on to make the whole arc. It looks like they are at least going to be making part 2. At the end of the book, they do have that they are going to be doing the Murder on the Rockport Limited, which is the next arc after Here There Be Gerblins. So I'm excited because that's one of my favorite arcs. Keep an eye out for that because I'm sure they're going to be talking about it soon. And after this podcast, video cast, this cast,
It's a podcast
show,
too.
whatever it is.
We do both.
This cast.
This thing that you are listening to and or watching, you should go listen to the Adventure Zone, especially if you like listening to D&D done in a very interesting fashion.
Afterwards. Nobody leave now.
Also, if you watch the live stream for Extra Life with us, you know where I got a lot of my DM tips from. That was Griffin.
Oh boy.
I just kind of followed Griffin's advice
No comment.
of just yelling at people until they did things.
All right.
All right, cool. Now, for our guest, Aaron, what you got for us this week, man?
Well, and I'm glad I get to talk about this because I haven't shut up about this since I heard about it coming out. Literally everybody at work is like, all right, we've heard enough about this. A game that's really close to my heart that I've been a fanboy basically since the launch day. No Man's Sky's 1.50, 1.5 update. And I love it. I mean, it's changed everything. It's updated the graphics. It's updated a lot of stuff like third person perspective, if I can talk right.
There you go.
It's hard words. From your ship, first person. There's little things that they changed that kind of was annoying. Like they took away my base, but apparently if you go try to rebuild a base, they allow you to bring it back in because they've archived it. I just love the fact that, like, for instance, on Twitch the other day, it's on one of the top, like, streaming games now, and it was so, like, talked trash about by, like, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
I was, like, one of the few people I knew. I've always defended this thing just because of, for me, it's, like, I feel like a kid in the candy store. It's like, oh, you're going to give me an entire universe to go, like, do whatever. Yeah, you do repetitive stuff, and it's kind of boring, whatever.
Grindy.
But sometimes that's what I need after I get home from work is not to think about something. But you should definitely check it out. You get to play up to 4 players in a party now with other people. Yes, you can actually communicate with them, on your headset. Cool. Trade stuff with them, build bases, add on to stuff. You can build bases now everywhere. Check it out. It's a little more difficult, though, I would have to say. Like,
yeah, you were talking about that a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I was on a because I'm kind of one of the things it did. It resetted a lot of my stuff. Like, it took away my warp drive fuel, so like I'm kind of stuck in this one system, which is no big deal. You just there's a big learning curve to it because I've changed all the names. You got to figure out the different things that it takes to replenish your fuel and all that good stuff. But I'm stuck on an acid planet, right?
Oh yeah.
And it's constantly having acid like storms. And beforehand, you could just dig a tunnel, right? And you could literally save yourself from it, and everything goes back to normal, and you can go back out, and you just go back and forth if you're having problems. Not so much anymore. You got to constantly replenish your power cells, whatever you want to call it, for like a better word. I think a lot of people are giving it really positive nods to it, so I'm really excited.
So it went from being almost dead on arrival to it now kind of, it's been, you said it was one of the top games to be on Twitch?
On Twitch, yeah, which was completely mind-blowing.
I somehow still have my copy of it. I might have to start over.
How long has it been? Because there's been several. I don't know how the downloads are going to do. You have to download 1.3 to get to 1.5, or it's 1.5 going to like go and take over everything.
You know what? I think I've moved twice since I got it, so
you might be a little bit back. Yeah.
So it might take a little hot minute for it to download on my PS4. But I might check it out because it looks like it's. You make it sound like it's a lot more fun. Makes me excited to go back and play this game.
I'm not going to say it's worlds leap different from what it was, because like you said, it's a lot of repetitiveness. It's a lot of going to missions, seeking out stuff, and going back. But I dig it. I just want people to like it. Well, actually, in a way, stay off of it so I can discover more things for myself, so I can name them. And
There's
do
1 trillion planets. I think.
Whatever, man. Whatever. They're mine. They're all mine.
Jason, are you gonna try to pick this game up again? You still have your copy
over there? So I have it over there.
Yeah.
I did find a funny story where a guy was like, "No Man's Sky is amazing," and let me tell you why. Because he basically narrated as he said, biological threat detected. And his story was almost like, okay, I kind of want to go play this game. Maybe give it a little shot again. Maybe. I can break my Overwatch habit a little bit. So, we'll see. I'm willing to try.
Hey,
I'm willing to give it another shot.
That's all you can ask for.
I own it. So
there's not a lot of harm in testing it out again.
Nah.
I heard it described as like the Brood Wars of 2018, obviously way different genre, but in that like nobody picked it up when it came out and everybody was like, no, this is stupid, I hate it. And then like years later everyone's like, oh, oh wait, you can actually build some skills and build some like inventory, and this can be a lot of fun.
I'm usually really chill about Amazon delivering things, and I usually don't buy games through Amazon just because you have to wait for them to come in, right?
Yeah.
So I got this one on Amazon because I got Prime to get a little bit of discount, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, where is my game? I want my... It's like, and because I read about it, I watched all the interviews from Sean Murray,
Yeah.
you know, the main founder and face of Hello Games, and like I was just super excited. And then I was really disappointed where, I mean, they had a lot of bugs, and they're still having some issues right now. Like, it crashed on me 3 times opening day, what was it, the other day? Yeah, but the only thing I can think of, they probably weren't ready for the amount of people that were jumping in on this game. Like, there's supposedly been a huge onslaught of folks
Stress
coming out.
testing,
Yeah.
Well, I think they've proven with, what was it, Game Beasts or whatever, Gang Wars or whatever, that bugged games can be a lot of fun to play anyway.
Yeah. And look, they've been consistent with putting out updates for this thing, so it's not like they're not trying to better it and make it more, you know, likable for the generalized individuals. I'm not myself, but now because
you're not
I've
a
liked
generalized
it. Well, no, because
individual.
I've liked it since the get-go, and I know a lot of people have been like, "Oh, this is trash," you know. So. Anyways.
Yeah, this game was an impulse buy because I heard like people saying, "Oh yeah, it's really great. You can explore, see dinosaurs, this and that."
I got my friends to buy it, and a week later they already traded it back in. I was like, man.
I've done
At least
that
I kept
before.
it.
I've
Yeah,
been like,
same.
this is so fun.
Thank you.
Well, all right. Well, we're going to close out the news because we do got to get on to other things that happened this weekend. And, of course, we're talking about San Diego Comic-Con 2018.
yeah.
So, Ricardo, you have compiled a list for us.
I have.
We've got some categories we're going to start. We're just going to go ahead and hit some of the high points and go ahead.
So, all right, before we go into everything else, first I want to say a shout out to Caroline and to Scott Ellis.
Thank you.
They were out at SDCC. They've been going for years, and I asked them if we could use some of their images they took from SDCC, and they said yes. So we posted some of those pictures on our Facebook page. So go check them out. Thank you so much, Caroline and Scott Ellis. They got back Monday, I think. They got back Tuesday, I think, from San Diego. So guys, thank you so much. And so yeah, thank you guys so much. That was awesome of you guys since we couldn't be there this year. So
stop saying thank you. Move on to this.
So all right, trailers. We can start with trailers. So it was a trailer heavy. Well, I mean, it's always trailer heavy for San Diego.
Yeah.
So DC apparently hit a home run this year.
No, there was no one else running on the bases. Anyway, moving on.
I mean, the other team had skunked them and gone home. So if you could call that a home run.
So let's start with Shazam.
Okay, first off, this looks great.
It looks so fun.
This is the kind of movie that I wanted, especially with this character.
Her set is falling
No man
apart.
down.
Somebody heard something about Olivia Munn. So anyway,
I mean, we shouldn't even notice that she's been knocked down.
I'm so ready for Shazam. Shazam looks like it's probably going to be one of my favorite DC movies, honestly.
I love Zachary Levi. I loved him in Chuck. I love him in every role. He's so cute, and he's so perfect for this role.
He's a good man-child.
The muscle suit's a little off-putting, but I really like it.
So hey,
it kind of fits the what they're going, the vibe they're going for. So
like somebody who's not used to their body.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I wasn't even really interested in the movie at first, like because I was like, I don't know too much about this character or whatnot, or I know I like the guy, you know, Zach. But when I saw that trailer that they launched, I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go check this out. Yeah,
I want to watch this sooner rather than later.
I'm a sucker for like sci-fi and superhero movies, so this is not that far of a stretch for me. So it's not like you have to really push me out the door to go to one of these things. But I'm like, dude, I'm actually kind of excited for this movie to come out.
I thought it was funny because we were coming home from North Texas Comic Book Show when Ricardo found us. We're trying to get food from McDonald's, and he's watching on his phone, and Cora's in the backseat of my car, like looking over the seat and his shoulder, and I gotta drive the car. But from what I could hear, I was like, jokes. It doesn't even sound dark, especially with the kid at the beginning. They're really something you really gotta watch out.
Yeah, that was such a color at like DC's general style, where it's like there's something else going on here, and it's sinister.
Also, let it be known, I could actually see things in the trailer.
Yeah,
heads up for visibility.
Like colors.
It wasn't normal DCU dark.
No one's in the rain.
It was closer to MCU style lighting. So I was very happy with it. I'm very excited for this movie. There are a lot of jokes in it. There's already memes of it, like Zachary Levi going, "Hey, what's up?"
I'm a
superhero.
I love
That is what cosplayers do.
Exactly.
When the normies see us, we're like, hey, what's up, man? I'm a superhero.
I love that part.
I'm like, perfect.
Trying to
Boom.
holler
So-
at some
All right,
chick.
so Shazam comes out
So
April.
we're all sold on Shazam,
We're all
right?
sold
Yes.
on it, I will say, and I feel like I have to throw this out. The only damper is like you need to tone down the light just a little bit
Oh, on
in
his
some of those
chest.
darker shots because it's literally harder to see his face.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too
That's
dark,
a-
it's
She's
too
got that
bright,
vibe.
like,
It's
make
like-
up your mind.
That's a post-production fix. So
But
assuming the editors are all
Funny,
watching the show.
bright, looks good. Yeah, I'm sold on
I've
Shazam.
never said anything on a DC. Anything was too bright, so that by itself is a step in the right
It's a step
direction.
up, right? All right.
Shazam drops April 15th, 2019, so keep an eye out for that.
Nice. It's
Then-
kicking off the summer. Huh?
Yeah, it's kicking off the summer. So this year, though, for the other DC movie, Aquaman.
I'm not as excited about it, but you know what? I'm on board. Jason Momoa, first of all, like, there's not a lot of
yeah.
others that like
Oh yeah.
have leanings that way, but I think she'll back me up on this.
Oh
one.
yeah. Also, I'm gonna do a shout out, like I do every time we talk about Aquaman. If you were one of the people that made fun of me for liking Aquaman because he was useless, and now you're like, yeah, he's my favorite DC hero. No. You can go F yourself right now because y'all made
Salty.
fun of me because he was useless and you hated him until Jason Momoa got cast.
That's our producer doing a little bit of nerd gatekeeping.
Little bit. Little bit.
Jason
Just
Momoa
the
makes me
bits
want to
too.
watch this movie because honestly, you know what? And I've bagged on Aquaman plenty of times.
Yeah.
But
hasn't?
honestly, the
Guilty.
second Justice League movie they did, Throne of Atlantis, I liked it.
I liked Throne of
Yeah,
Atlantis.
good.
so-
that was
I
like that
fun.
one.
We watched that with you.
They made
Yeah.
Aquaman watchable, and Jason Momoa, he makes especially
You makes him hot.
he keeps throwing
He's
in all
so
the, and he
hot.
keeps throwing in all those, just traditional Samoan chihus and everything else.
Well, that's my whole thing is that a Samoan backstory for him makes so much sense. It's so organic
Yeah.
in like how he fits into that world, and that's part of what attracted to me to the re-release of Aquaman in the first place.
Did you see that little trailer that when he went to release the movie where he jumped off the cliff and into the water?
Yeah.
And
That he did
apparently
that.
that was his cliff that he used to jump off back in when he was a
I did
kid and
not
whatnot.
see that.
He's Samoan.
Yeah.
It's like a thing they have to do.
Yeah.
It's a rite of
I've done
passage for
cliff
them.
jumping. It's so fun.
love it.
It's
Yeah.
scary.
I still
Yeah.
remember when someone asked
It's
him,
fun.
"Did you have to learn how to swim?" And he's like, "I'm Samoan."
It's like we're
Like, he's
born
from the
knowing
island,
how
bro.
to swim.
So,
Born on a fucking
Yeah,
island.
it's an
Yeah.
island.
so
Cliff
one,
jumping is fun if you've never tried to go.
I'm excited for this movie. One, because it's James Wan. James Wan is directing this
Yes,
movie. He did
yeah.
The Conjuring,
Yeah.
Conjuring 2. He created the whole thing. So I'm very, very excited for this movie. Also, I mean, look at this cast. You got Jason Momoa, Amber Heard as Mara, Dolph Lundgren as King Nereus, Nicole Kidman as Queen Atlanta. There we go.
There you go.
James Wan mainstay Patrick Wilson is Orin Oceanmaster, so he's playing the brother. Randall Park is Dr. Stephen Shin. Willem Dafoe is Nudius Volko, and then we got Digimon Honso from he was in Guardians. He's the Fisherman King. So we've got a pretty good cast.
Why
in
do
this.
I think that I kept hearing his voice as the Wizard Shazam?
Because you're
Maybe?
crazy.
That sure sounded like his voice.
It might be.
Okay,
It might
anyway.
be.
Shazam.
I don't know.
So I mean,
He
good
might have
cast.
just been in the studio that day and be
That
like, "Can you
voice
do
actor.
this voiceover real quick?"
I'm gonna watch Aquaman.
Yeah.
The trailer really didn't do anything to, like, push me towards or against, but I'm gonna watch it.
I was gonna watch it anyway, I think, but it
Yeah.
did push me towards it because the colors are
I was
so
gonna
pretty.
say that
Oh, yeah.
too.
Yeah, like
Look
it's
all
so
the
pretty.
colors. Yes.
The scene in the trailer where they're making fun of the mini Aquaman when he was a kid, Arthur Curry. There we go. When they were making a kid Arthur Curry at their aquarium, and he just turns around and all the sharks
fish.
and fish and everything are facing
Yes.
their classmates that were making fun of him. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
His eyes go gold.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I like they're gonna.
Man.
It looks like they're gonna go towards a more traditional Aquaman costume as well.
Yeah.
Because I'll get into toys later, but they got a lot of showing of toys that he was wearing the traditional gold and green. So.
I have seen that. Don't do the walking underwater thing. That's so distracting to me in all the cartoons.
Well, they're
when
denser.
they're walking. It
They're
just-
denser.
No, I don't like it. It's
Okay.
weird. I don't like it. But I do have to say, and this is just as a photographer nerd rant, like, I love, if you think about the cast and you think about their undertones, how cool they're going to look with lots of blues surrounding them. Nicole Kidman is paler than I am. And so, like, she actually has blue undertones in her skin. So when you start to think about these cross, and I love their decision to go with really fiery redhead. Like, very bright, very obvious. It's going to look really cool.
I did leave one actor out by accident. Yahya Abdul Mateen II is Black Manta.
Yes.
So when we saw, there's a picture.
He looks, from the chat, our friend from Showing Up Studios, Halo, thanks for joining us. Black Manta looks really good.
Yeah, the little snippets we got of him, I'm like, if this movie bombs, okay, but they got Black Manta right.
You get those little, like, shivers when you see a villain.
I was like, man, he looks like he's supposed to look like. That's pretty impressive.
I was pretty impressed with that.
All right, Aquaman drops December 21st of this year. December 21st is going to be a very busy
Next
day. So, Aaron, do you like kaijus?
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
I know Jason is not excited about this movie whatsoever.
You shut your dirty whore mouth.
Godzilla, King of Monsters.
Okay,
Holy
let me explain what I was doing when this trailer dropped. I was hosting a cosplay contest at Nortex Comic Show, and we were on the break while the judges were deciding, and Ricardo is yelling from the bleachers, Jason, Godzilla trailer just dropped! And I'm like, what? And I stopped what I was doing, put my microphone that I had into the speaker of my phone. I was like, I don't care. Y'all are waiting. And I watched Godzilla King of Monsters. So I get Godzilla, I get Mothra, I get Rodan, I get King Ghidorah.
How did you feel when you saw Mothra pop up on there? Because I was like a little kid again when I saw that.
I was all kinds of just crazy.
Oh,
because
the three.
They look so good. I mean, I haven't seen King Ghidorah yet. Millie Bobby Brown, I think, is going to be...
You didn't see the shadow of him?
Yeah, I saw... No, I mean, we haven't seen much of him. That's all we've seen.
Okay.
And the Frozen, where he was like Frozen.
Yeah.
But ever since King Kong and that post-credit scene, where I just go... I started losing on the post-credit scene, because I'm like, I'm getting the monsters. Yeah. I'm getting all the monsters.
Oh my God, it's the monsters!
So now I can see them. The only problem I see is, who are all these humans taking up monster time? Keep Millie Bobby Brown because she's a treasure and we love her.
She's amazing.
11.
But, oh my God, I cannot wait. If y'all have learned anything, I'm going to tell you right now. When you show the monster, do not cut away. Do not go to some other book. Just show the monster.
Just go to Sarah Paulson.
When they cut away from Godzilla in the first one, after he roared, and I'm like, it's getting good. They cut away. I'm like, like in my seat in the theater, I think somebody got scared because the people sitting on the sides of me, I punched the bottom of the seats, well the handrails of the seats when they cut away, and I went, motherfucker, and sorry for the language, and I looked to both sides, and these people were looking at me like, and I'm like, I'm sorry. This
I don't know, like I'm a sucker for this shot where they're like, am I on a camera?
Yeah,
all I need
when they do like this. With the hood that goes back and just like that. I don't know. I like it. I don't even care.
All we need, as Aaron was saying before the show, we need the twins from Mothra.
Yes.
Those are the only humans I need. Yes. And Millie Bobby Brown.
The little tiny little
Millie Bobby Brown,
chicks,
I would watch her and talk about shopping for an
and
hour and a half.
old boy from Game of Thrones saying, "All hail the king."
Thank you. I'm glad you said that.
All right, real quick.
Down.
May 19th, I'm waiting.
I will say, watching you have the reaction, like I knew exactly when Mothra showed up. Because I just saw your face go.
Those wings.
It's so pretty. It's like, so pretty.
All right, real quick.
What date is it?
May 19th of 2019.
Oh, we can go see it for Cameron's birthday. Shout out.
Real quick for you guys, since you guys are the big kaiju guys here. Okay. What monster are you most excited to see on screen? Updated version of everything. Like which ones that we saw are you most excited to see again on the big screen?
I want to see King Ghidorah again.
King Ghidorah. Aaron?
Because after that, I had to go watch another one that Ghidorah was in. So
when I was a kid, I really I don't know why, but I really like Mothra. I thought he was kind of a cool character, so I'm kind of that was the most excited I got when you saw the wings start spread apart, kind of thing. And I was like, I was like, oh.
You went back to being like 19 years old. Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm gonna keep it 100 because my boy is Godzilla. I just like these other guys because he gets to fight them.
Like the part where he screams, they shoot stuff up.
But also, I am waiting for one other thing, because they put this in the Godzilla movie. I mean, in the King Kong movie. How are they going to put King Kong into this one? Stay for the post-credit scene, folks. It's gonna get good.
Yeah, it can't be. Yeah.
I'm so glad we're getting monster movies like this again. Okay.
They're exciting.
Ooh.
Okay, so that comes out May of 2019 next year, so keep an eye out for that. That's going to be awesome. Alita Battle Angel, or Battle Angel Alita. Don't know much about this. Watched the trailer actually right before the show. It looked awesome. The girls look creepy with the bigger eyes, but it looked really awesome. Like, I'm excited for this. It looks fun. We've got the IMDb.
I don't
up.
like it. It creeps me out.
My friend Kim, she put like big googly eyes over her eyes after the first trailer, and she's like, "Look, I'm an Alita."
That is awesome. I'm gonna make that a meme.
All I can say is from I went after watching that trailer because I was like, this actually looks really entertaining.
I'm a big fan of the source material.
Yeah, and I was like, I watched some stuff on YouTube, which was kind of weird because the audio was a little off, like 30 seconds from the video feed, so it was a little weird. But from what I could tell, everything looks kind of from the source, and I like it when people put their films like that. I really appreciate that.
Pay a lot of attention.
I like
to the
Robert
source
Rodriguez, and I think he's going to do a good job with this.
I think he will too. I'm excited about it. I just don't like the big eyes. It creeps me out. Creeps me out. I couldn't even watch Big Eyes. It looked like a horror film to me. I just don't like that.
So this cast is actually pretty good. Rosa Salazar is playing Lita. We got Asa Gonzalez as Nisiana. Jennifer Connelly as Sharon. Ed Skrein as Zapan. Jack Earl Haley is going to be in this. No character name for him. Michelle Rodriguez is Gelda. And then one of my favorite actors of all time, Christoph Waltz as Dr. Dyson Ido. I don't know how to say that. Ido. There we go. And then Mahershala Ali as Vector. And Casper Van Diem as Amok. So
wait, Casper Van Dien's in it?
Yep. He's character name Amok.
Oh. So we got to meet him at SDCC last year.
I have no idea.
I got to meet him at... I didn't get to meet him then. I met him
at... you didn't go to the Bat in the Sun panel?
No,
yeah, he was there.
No, I met him at Dallas Comic Con a couple years ago.
Oh, cool.
Really cool.
He is super cool. But yeah.
That movie is going to take on Aquaman December 21st of 2018. So that's a good one.
We should do a night at the movies and do a double feature and
triple feature. Actually, we got one more coming out that month.
What is?
Or that we'll get to that one here in a little bit. But next up, we're going to a magical world of Fantastic Beasts, Crimes of Grindelwald, the sequel, the second of 5 for the Fantastic Beasts franchise, which is based on Harry Potter, comes out November 16th of this year. I'm excited for this. I don't know who saw the first one, the Fantastic Beasts.
I saw the first one.
You saw it? Poquito. Hannah, did you watch it?
Which one?
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
No, I did not.
Did not?
Really?
Oh.
I saw it was pretty good. Had some interesting representation of a different spectrum.
I like the Harry Potter series. I've seen them all. But I don't know. Something just
it was. I feel like I'm misrepresenting in the shirt because I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan. I saw all the movies. I read all the books. I liked them.
So you like it, all right.
I'm not misrepresenting, but I'm not one of...
Die hard, kill them all.
And I have a lot of friends that are, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's not me. I did see the first one. I do really like what's-his-face? Eddie
Redmayne, who plays Newt Scamander.
Yeah, and I think this will be interesting, but I can't work myself up to get way excited about it. You know what I mean?
From the Harry Potter books, we know Grindelwald was the Voldemort of the time.
Yeah.
This takes place now in Paris, as the first one took place in New York. So this one takes place in Paris. Eddie Redmayne comes back. So there's Dan Folger as Jacob Kowalski.
Yeah.
Ezra Miller,
Ezra Miller was amazing in the first one.
Who died in the first one, comes back as Credence Barebone. So we'll
spoilers.
See. It's been 2 years.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp comes back as Gellert Grindelwald, and then we get introduced.
I actually think he looks kind of cool
as
that character.
Kind of cool. I'm a little
he's not Jack Sparrow for once.
He's not Jack Sparrow for once. Catherine Waterstone comes back as Tina Goldstein, and then Alison Sobdol comes back as Queenie Goldstein as well.
I liked her.
We do get a young Dumbledore played by Jude Law, which I'm very, very excited for.
Oh, yeah.
And then Zoe Kravitz plays Letta Lestrange as part of the Lestrange family.
She's magical in everything she's in.
She is. She's amazing. I'm very excited about this movie. The trailer looks awesome. I can't wait to see how everything kind of connects.
I will say the scary cat things were really interesting.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I kind of
Yes.
dug those. They looked mean.
This one will have a Thanksgiving release of November 16, 2018. So that comes out then. Now for the sequel of a sequel, Glass. Sequel to Unbreakable.
Why am I laughing?
Because I said sequel to a sequel.
Oh, I got you.
The third of a trilogy from M. Night Shyamalan. We got Glass. That comes out January 18th of 2019. Sequel to Unbreakable and to Split. I actually have not seen Unbreakable. I did see Split. Split was...
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's good.
I was 11 when the first one came
I have
out. So.
strong
My
thoughts
God,
about
you're a
this
child.
movie.
I am a child.
Yeah, I wasn't born yet when the first one came out. It's weird.
What? Really?
No!
Not this old!
I don't do math very well. You could have completely
Sorry.
sold
Did
it.
you
That's
see
way
Unbreakable?
off.
Did you see
I saw
Unbreakable?
Yeah. It was alright. It wasn't bad. I liked it.
Not
Yeah.
too bad. Jason?
Oh, yeah. It's one of my favorite movies.
I
Alright,
saw it
cool.
in a time before I liked weird movies
Okay.
a lot, so I didn't
It's
love
definitely
it.
it's definitely different. Like M. Long does a lot of making his main character sort of whisperish when they talk in their movies. And there's a lot of that going on.
I can't deal with Sarah Paulson. Like I
Okay.
don't. I don't want to hate on people a lot,
Did you
and
see
we
Split,
try
though?
not to. I didn't see Split.
Oh,
I
it's-
don't
it's
like
good.
her dour
It's good.
face.
She's not in Split.
good.
You definitely
I
should watch
might
Split.
watch
Yeah.
It's
Split.
good. It's
She
Y'all are going to have to watch the other two
ruined
movies to watch.
Studio
Yeah,
Six.
that's
I
a very good
watched
point.
Split, so I watched Unbreakable. But this one, coming back from Split, Anya Taylor-Joy plays Casey Cook, and James McAvoy, who's going to play Kendall Windencrum, the Beast,
Oh.
Patricia, Dennis, Hedwig, Barry, Jade, Orel, Heinrich, and Norma. He plays all those characters, which I thought was amazing in
So
Split.
good
Well,
in
that-
Split.
Bruce
Is
Willis.
him? I don't remember Split at all.
The way
Like,
he,
I didn't watch it.
The
I
way
don't
he
remember
shifts
seeing anything.
personas is like he physically alters his like the way he like his
The way he
stands and
stands,
whatnot.
every
I'm
little
like
thing.
that dude's a
I can
seriously
already
good actor.
tell that he's gonna have like a
Great career.
crazy,
Yeah.
well, like a crazy good performance
Oh, I'm
in
sorry.
this.
Yeah.
Like he's already had
And
a
he
great
is-
career. He got to do Apocalypse.
And he's buff as hell.
I'm
I
just
think
kidding.
somebody's taking
Like-
something.
So we also got Bruce Willis coming back as David Dunn, and Samuel L. Jackson as Elijah Price, Mr. Glass, and Sarah Paulson as Dr. Ellie Staples. So
With
we've got
her
that going on.
dour, way
Let's keep
too
on trucking.
serious
All right,
face.
cool. So after that, we got. I'm just gonna go through these real quick because these two don't know a whole lot about. But we got Invader Sim Enter the Florpus.
That's
They-
awesome. We need closure to Invader Zim. That's all we need.
That's all
Yeah.
we need on that one.
Yeah.
Don't have to release it for that, but probably 2019. They release a trailer. It's all music, and there's like one actual audio.
There is
line.
one thing to add to it. Basically, the synopsis is Zim realizes that they may have tricked him.
No, that he realizes 100%.
Oh.
There you go.
They realize 100% that they have tricked him and that they have no plans to come and conquer Earth.
I love the image you picked for this, by the way.
I love it.
That's just great.
As much like
Doom.
I don't know how many of y'all grew up in the teenage years of Invader Zim like I did,
I wasn't born yet.
and watching
Old.
God.
all of these
She's over there.
like emo punk teenagers just walking around with like 20 million in Gur shirts and Gur bags and all of that stuff, and just the sad look on these poor Hot Topic employees' faces as they sold just tons of this stuff.
It's true.
Like
They look
even
so dead
It's funny
inside.
because it's
even
true.
even the
Right,
creator was just like, this isn't what I wanted. And that's why he
Johann
didn't.
Vasquez, right?
Yeah, Johann, like he actually admitted that he hated the fan base for Invader Zim
Oh,
for
damn.
so long because of that stuff.
Which you should never admit as
Well,
a creator.
You probably shouldn't. This was well after Invader Zim was already off the air, and it was kind of in obscurity. He may have said it for whatever reason, but I kind
I
of
think
get
I
where he's.
remember he didn't say it like that exactly,
No,
but that's
not-
what he said.
Yeah, it's what he
100%.
meant.
He was like, it got out of control.
Yeah,
or
it got
something.
way out of control. Like he was excited that it was popular, but he also got a little upset that they just kind of
Took it and ran with it.
they took it and ran with it. And I guess they didn't exactly see a lot of the point with Invader Zim, and just stuck with Grr because funny and random and rare.
Yeah, I just remember Nasni V walking out of school with like Invader Sim shirts and bags and all that. So, all right, Dragon Ball Z,
I'm calling her
and
out
going on. We got Dragon Ball Z Super Broly. He is now canon.
Broly is canon. Deal with it.
Comes out.
Shades to put on when I say that.
Comes out in the States January 2019, done by Funimation, of course, which are based here in DFW. And
but
then,
if you understand Japanese, you can find the video now.
That's very true.
and then the other movie that's going to take on Aquaman this year, and I think Jason might be a little bit excited for this one, Bumblebee.
Bumblebee will destroy Aquaman.
Takes place in the 80s.
I don't think it's going to.
It's not going to bet.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think
Bet.
so.
Bet.
What's the bet?
First of all, I'm going to say that, I'll drink another pizza smoothie.
Oh, gross. What is
Oh,
that?
hell yeah.
I will drink
Do I get to make it again?
Is that
Wait,
just
why
a
am I
pizza
agreeing to
liquefied?
this? Anyway.
Yes.
No, I think, okay. You want to put it down right now? I think Bumblebee will beat Aquaman at the box office.
You heard it here, people.
Wait,
Bumblebee
in the
will-
first... Are we talking
First
opening
weekend,
weekend?
first weekend.
First weekend.
Oh,
Opening
no
weekend.
way.
Yeah.
No
Are
way.
they coming out same dates?
Same dates, December 21st.
Bumblebee will smoke Aquaman.
No.
At
The
the
only
at the
reason
box
I
office.
said it won't because of just the
I'm
last
writing
few
it down.
Transformers ones weren't saying.
Yeah, but I'm going to say right now, Bumblebee looks like it has a lot more heart than
I
any of
think
the
so, too.
Transformers movies that have come out.
I
Haley
agree with you.
Steinfeld in a starring role. She's a great actress. They also revealed that that's not Starscream.
Thank you. I was going to ask you to
It's
say that.
Blitzwing, which I got to give me a third-party Blitzwing. But,
All right, so if... Okay, so...
Okay.
It's like, I'm gonna
Oh,
DM.
oh, yeah.
I was going to say y'all could
All
trade like...
all right.
Go for it.
So, what are we going to do? So, if...
I want Kat to do something when she loses.
Okay.
Right,
We're
I'm
getting-
down for
we're
that
getting to that.
because I look at your studio and you have no clear perspective on this. Like, just looking around right now, your
Damn.
perspective
Shots fired.
Anger rising?
is so skewed.
Okay.
And
So
like by your
if
fandom.
Kat wins, Jason does pizza smoothie.
I won't do eating gross stuff. That's really my only thing.
Damn, I was going to make you eat a grasshopper.
Yeah.
I
Live.
don't do eating.
No.
I don't do eating gross
Okay,
stuff.
how about
I don't want
okay?
to curl on camera, and I have a weak
Oh.
stomach. Like,
Oh, wait.
I'd
Oh,
probably
no.
do it
Oh,
too.
What?
Oh, no, I haven't.
What is it, Jason?
Karaoke.
Ooh.
That's not too bad.
what song?
The 80s Transformers soundtrack. I get to pick the song.
Oh. Bob, we want to wop nitty bop.
Done. Sold.
All right, hold on.
Wait a minute, I
It's-
gotta drink a
it's-
pizza smoothie. This
Hold
is-
on.
this is
I'm
really
going
not
to the
stuff.
main cam. I need you both to shake hands on this
Oh.
as best you can.
I'm just kidding. I didn't spit it away.
All right. So
If Bumblebee
Ooh, it's on.
If Bumblebee beats
Outperforms.
Aquaman, outperforms first weekend on the box office. If Bumblebee wins, she sings karaoke. If Aquaman beats Bumblebee,
The song of my choosing
Song of
from
his
the
choosing.
Transformers
I'm not
soundtrack.
worried
There's
about
several good ones to choose from too, by the way.
and then if
I don't know any of
Jason
them.
feels like
I
he
know a
has
lot
to
of
do a
them.
pizza smoothie.
and
so,
and what we will
boom.
do with the pizza smoothie is each of us will maybe include Adam in this.
Aaron.
Maybe
Aaron.
Aaron. God
Okay.
bless it.
And
Sorry.
Adam,
I
wherever
literally
you
spelled
are.
out his name on the lower third.
Okay, you know what? The 4 people that are sitting here right now that are not Jason will get to choose the 4 ingredients that go in.
Oh, no, I'm not for that. I think, I believe that.
Why? I
do
thought you were
trust our
so
viewers?
sure about the.
Do I trust our viewers?
It's not the
wouldn't.
You
Jason.
shouldn't
It's
have
not the
to.
viewers.
Just
It
these
is.
folks.
It's just us.
Y'all get to
choose
pick
the
ingredients.
toppings?
Okay.
Yeah, topping
The
wise.
toppings
One
have
top-
to be pizza toppings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
lots,
Like
of, there's
Drano.
lots of pizzas.
No, like-
Yes.
We're not, we
Drano.
don't want to kill you.
Yeah.
Not
But
yet.
like
anyway.
sardines or
I
something.
like how he gets all litigious about it because he's
Jalapenos.
worried. I
But I'm
wasn't
not gonna
scared.
lose.
I agreed
Well,
to
I'm
your
not
terms
losing.
flat out.
Pineapple.
Like, that's fine.
Yeah, it can.
Pineapple
we each
does not
pick.
belong on pizza. That's
How
probably why
dare
she-
you, sir?
Oh,
How
you're one of
dare
those
you?
people.
We
blood.
each will
Yeah.
pick one ingredient. One.
Okay.
We will not
I
pick
gotta
them
Sorry,
down.
Cass.
Okay, moving on. Moving
All right,
on. Let's
moving
get
on.
back to this.
All right,
one.
right
We're
along.
gonna
that
do
is
this.
that is all on the on the movie trailers. You want to do a quick rundown on toys?
Please. I'm gonna do just a really quick rundown on toys. Marvel Legends won again. Hasbro has a lot of things in the pipeline. They are starting up a new Transformers trilogy. It's going to be based on Cybertron, and it's going to be called Siege, the first one that's coming out. We got to see prototypes of Optimus Prime, which looks very much like a classic Optimus Prime, but more of a Cybertronian mode.
That's
it looks really good.
I dig that.
Ironhide. We've done a lot of the Earth modes, but we haven't really seen them in their Cybertronian modes.
We haven't.
And I am really excited for this line.
I'm stoked.
Hasbro really just nailed it this year. Of course, Star Wars: The Black Series. They are reissuing some figures that people have been buying in high dollar amounts on eBay, so you'll be able to get your Boba Fett figures again.
Yeah.
They're going to reissue X-Wing Luke from the first line and Boba Fett.
Nice.
Also Bosk and IG-88. So look for Transformers. I mean, not Transformers. Star Wars: The Black Series producing a lot of good stuff this year. Also, I get Hoth Leia, which is one of my favorite Leias. So
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
another Lando Calrissian. We get to see Lando in his gear from Return of the Jedi when
And
he was a Jabba
now
guard.
the younger
Ooh.
people know how hot Lando is thanks
But
to Donald Glover.
absolutely,
Oh, yeah.
Marvel Legends showed out this year because we're getting a 90s Gambit.
Nice.
A
Ooh.
90s,
Oh, that's
yes,
me?
90s
Excuse
Gambit.
me?
cool.
What?
Yeah,
What?
90s Professor X with the yellow hover chair.
Yeah.
Nice.
No way.
Another
X-Men
Spider-Man
animated
wave that's
series.
coming out. They only announced 2 figures from there, which everybody was kind of like, meh, until they showed what the Build-A-Figure from that line was going to be, and it's going to be a Kingpin figure
Ooh.
in the white suit, interchangeable heads with the cane,
Oh, that'd be cool.
comic version Kingpin, and it looks fantastic.
I love Kingpin. He's
Also,
one
we're
of the
getting a
best
couple.
villains.
There's going to be a
Like,
lot more exclusives this year. GameStop is getting an exclusive of Archangel from X-Men. In case
so
you
pretty.
missed
That'd
that
be cool.
figure over there, which was very hard to get,
I bet.
you can get a new Archangel figure. It's going to be a GameStop exclusive. Retails for about $35. Magic from X-Men. She's getting a Walgreens exclusive. It is going to be a huge year for Marvel Legends. I'm going to go into more detail about toys and stuff when
On alternate heads.
when I get into alternate heads. Sean, get over and do alternate heads.
He's mad
but
at you.
definitely, the winner from everybody this year, actually, in the exclusives, I'm always a big fan on SDCC exclusives from Hasbro. There was nothing I couldn't live without this year.
Really?
I know. I do want the Defender set from Netflix.
Yeah.
It's them on a subway car. Hopefully when they go on sale in August on Hasbro Toy Shop, I'll be able to get them. But there was nothing I couldn't live without this year. Even there was a Voltron exclusive, like the big Voltron I have over there. But the only thing changed was really the Black Lion centerpiece. I don't really need another Voltron taking up the space. So
You can never
It's-
have too much Voltron.
it's
you
one
could
that hasn't been used in the show yet. So I was
You
kind
can
of like,
hand one over to me.
you stay away from my Voltrons. So I'm
I'll
just
help
going to
you
declare
find
a
one.
winner. NECA Toys
help you grab one.
definitely came out
Golden Girls! Woo-hoo-hoo!
with a Golden Girls action figures
That was so cool.
that no one
So
saw coming.
Random. And I do want to point out my mom said they looked creepy.
And
They look a little creepy on the show.
I mean,
I'm not
all
gonna
these
lie.
all those kind of lifelike toys look kind of creepy as it
Yeah.
is. So.
Did you ever play the Which Golden Girl are you? Does everyone
No.
know which
I'm
Golden
Dorothy.
Girl?
I haven't
hope
done
I'm
that
Betty
yet.
White.
I'm Dorothy
Yeah.
too.
Because Betty White
But-
is.
and now
Yes.
I always
Weird.
say horrible things
Weird
about
to have on your
DC.
celebrity list.
DC made a good showing as far as the plastic action figure line. Lots of great statues. But the thing I'm most excited about is they are now doing 6-inch DC figures that are going to be in scale with these. And
Nice.
they look good. I was showing off the Batman Beyond figure,
Yeah.
which is going to be a must-buy for me.
Aren't those DC Universe
No,
exclusives?
that's for the Justice League Unlimited.
Oh,
These
okay.
are going to be in their Infinite line.
Okay.
They look really good, posable, different hands and heads. DC has upped their game on their action figures, and they might actually draw me back as a collector.
That's
Alright,
really
cool.
they
Wow.
were in
Awesome.
a long time need to do that because like action figures is hand in hand with where DC should be going.
Well, they did
you
a
know?
different scale from Marvel because they wanted to be kind of a standout, and that figure line did well for itself. I will not deny it, but
Yeah.
what they're doing now, it's just it looks better together, and I'm gonna give them a congratulations. Probably gonna give them a couple of my dollars this year. So great toys. Look for alternate heads, and we go more into detail for that. But of course, I got to give the winner Hasbro with everything they brought, and they even teased at their booth they had the White Ranger costume. More to come, and while they did not show protos or anything, the Overwatch figures are coming.
Oh my god.
And Nerf did actually show off their guns.
Did they?
We are getting the Reaper shotgun, the Hellfire shotguns.
I wanted to get the for
Will they will be your first items from that Overwatch Nerf line. So
Yeah, if you're
good weekend for toys.
If you don't know, Overwatch announced, I did a news story in this too, I think, because I'm an
Yes, you
Overwatch
did.
stan, that they're releasing Nerf guns that are appropriate for the characters. They'll be great for cosplay with a little bit
that's
of
pretty
paint
sweet.
and stuff. And Reaper's Hellfire shotguns. I'm going to need at least 4 before I
That's
can
really
cosplay
smart.
Reaper so I can
That's
throw
really
them
smart of
down
Nerf
and
to do
drop
something
them.
like that.
Yeah.
They're about to cash in some money on this. Yeah.
Did they really?
Yeah, they did Halo guns.
Different company.
Different. Oh, I thought it was
Nerf
okay. Cool.
has done a couple. They did, I think, Mass Effect. Something
Oh,
from
really?
Mass
No
Effect.
joke.
They did.
They've done like just
They
like
did,
one from a couple of
They
different
did
games.
Star-Lord's Blasters
They
from
did
Guardians
that.
of the
Yeah,
Galaxy.
they did.
Those-
That was one.
Yeah,
I
I have the
one.
modified ones over there. I'll show you after the show.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, so
All right,
Ricardo,
real
please.
quick. We just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 TV shows really that kind of stood out. Star Trek Discovery season 2 comes out 2019. No actual release date for that yet.
Good trailer, bad trailer music. I'm
I
done.
like that. That's pretty much the best description of it.
Good trailer, bad trailer, and the music. Lenny Kravitz. Walking Dead season 9, October 7th, 2018.
Last season,
Oh.
apparently.
Oh.
Are they?
That's what I heard.
I know
I
it's
just know-
it's
What's his
It's
name?
Andrew Lincoln's.
Andrew
last
Lincoln's.
season.
He
But I
will be gone
heard
by the
last
mid-season.
I
so
heard
he's
last
only-
season today.
Really?
I
You
don't
gonna
know if
die.
They're all going down. We all going down.
Yeah,
Oh,
they have
yeah.
to, right?
Like,
Voltron, season 7, I think it was, right?
Voltron.
Season 7, August 10th, 2018,
Oh,
so just
and-
around the corner, so just next couple days. So keep
She
an eye
was
for
going
that.
full grade.
Oh well,
right?
well.
Such a
not
good
only,
show.
Not only that, we do have a confirmation that Shiro is gay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They
I'll never
Oh,
watch
I
this
heard
show again.
that.
Oh wait, I'm
Oh,
not
you are
homophobe. I'm good.
Yeah.
I saw some of my friends like screaming about it. It's like, nobody was right about this. Shiro
cares?
is gay. And I'm like,
Just-
all right.
I would like to point out, I called it, so
Did you
I'm
really?
good.
Nice.
I did call it.
She did.
looking
There
around.
you go.
It didn't even click in my head, and I don't care
I
one
don't.
way
I
or the
don't
other.
care. I'm
It's a-
fine.
it's
a
He's
good
He's still my
show.
favorite
Yeah.
character.
I like I love that there is this representation because, like, not only is Shiro a character of color in the show because he is Japanese, he's also disabled, both mentally and physically now.
Oh, he ain't disabled. He got a metal arm.
No, he doesn't.
Well, he had metal.
He had a metal arm.
Spoilers.
It's like, if I could get a metal arm,
Right.
I
If you
would.
haven't seen the newest season, you need to watch it because the next
Whoops.
season's coming up pretty quickly. He
Hashtag spoilers.
loses the metal arm. Ooh.
He'll get another.
Maybe.
3D
But
print him
also-
one, get him back out there.
But
Roll it
also,
out.
he has a lot of mental issues now from all of that space stuff going on, and
PTSD.
like crazy.
Yeah.
And they showed the first episode at SDCC, and we did get to meet his partner a little bit. We don't know much about him, but we did get to meet his partner for a little while. I'm looking forward to this new season and to what it brings. And if you are one of the shippers that went crazy and actually threatened the showrunner, go to hell.
This is why I don't watch
Agreed.
anime, because all these people that Tumblr and shippers and all that, it's just like, they can all go to hell.
Yeah.
But you like
American...
DC
It's not ju- it's
in
just
spite
not-
of DC
Yeah,
fans.
it's not
Huh?
relegated
You like
to just
DC
anime.
in spite
No,
of
it's
DC
Star
fans.
Wars.
It
it's
can be the
everything.
worst.
Exactly.
Fucking Star Wars fans.
Rick,
Yeah.
what else is on the list?
Uh,
Let's get
American
this.
Horror Story Apocalypse set for September 12th, 2018. This is the...
I don't
We
care.
get the... yada, yada, yada. I should have this ready. I didn't. But this will be... Where the hell did it go? Two seasons are going to be... The 2 seasons are not going to merge. It's going to be Coven and Murder House, which will be the crossover for these... Because supposedly all this takes place in one universe. So we'll finally get that. If you have not seen the poster, look it up. It is creepy as hell. It's
Their
a
posters
black
are
hand with a
terrible.
little baby that's
the
red.
red baby with the black fingers.
It's
That
supposed to be
is
the-
just a
It's supposed to
disturbing
be the
image.
Antichrist. So we've got that coming out September 12th of 2018, so keep an eye out for that.
Shows
And
the
then
Antichrist.
to top it off, Archer 1999. They're going to space.
They're going to space. His son. There was a shout out to his son. What's his son's? Seamus.
Yes.
To Seamus.
That's a wrestler.
It's a real
Is
name.
it?
No.
It's very Irish.
Isn't it Irish? Yeah, I was about to say. It sounds
Extremely
very
Irish.
Bro, okay, that's the...
Shout out.
Archer's a huge
O'Brien's.
drinker too, so we're not completely surprised he went with that.
Yeah.
So,
I think he spells it the American way too.
Nice.
Just like Seamus. Anyway.
So Archer 1999, They're Going to Space comes out if it follows the last
Next
couple
year.
seasons, April of 2019. Also supposedly, since this is the 10th season, it is also supposed to be the last season.
Aww.
But things always change. It is a very, very popular show that I need to start watching. I got 10 seasons, or 9 seasons to go. So, yeah.
They're good.
So, yeah, that was more or less it for SCCC.
It's a very
Cool.
angry show.
So, I
But I
mean,
love
it was, like you said, a bit of an uneventful one, but it still hit the high points for me, I think.
I think it did with the trailers. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little excited about the Archangel toy. I'm gonna check it out. I'm not usually a figures person, but I've actually thought about building Archangel.
Well, then let me entice a little bit more. Masked Death's Head, regular cowled head, and non-cowled head.
Really?
Yes. I have already pre-ordered one.
I'm sure you have.
I don't know, like, it would be such a fun build, and I'm already doing one of the Valkyries from God of War, so I have a lot of wings. And
It's basically that figure just with a better paint job on the wings. It looks really good.
Yeah, I wouldn't do a better paint job.
I'm gonna get another one. So
I'm not that great at building.
And I live right around the corner from Milwaukee, so I can get that magic for you. So. There you go. See?
Anyway,
He brought me on the show. I gotta do things
So-
for him.
find me figures.
Yes,
I do
Mason.
got to give a shout out to Cora because she bought me that Storm on the table this week.
Is this a wicked cool
I mean,
Storm?
I had to move a desk
She's
for her,
so
but it's cool.
hot. I love punk rock
Mohawk,
Storm.
yeah.
I can't stand her up. She's sitting down. I'm
Gotta work with those
terrible
heels.
at
Anyway.
figures.
She's tired.
Guys, thank you for joining us. We ran a little bit over tonight, but we always thank you for joining us. But of course, we want you to like, subscribe, and if you want to, hit notifications so you can catch up on any shows we put out. Right now on the channel, we did release the North Texas Comic Book Show cosplay contest. You want to go over there and check out that video. And this podcast is in audio form on iTunes and Google Play. Search SCNS Live. So
And then subscribe.
and subscribe, of course. So I want to thank
Subscribe,
everybody
please,
on the
one
panel
numbers.
thank Roll that damn third
It's
lower third
already
that I ran.
rolling. It's already rolling.
Of course, Aaron from Wonder Twin Powers Activate. Thank you for joining us.
Hey man, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
You got to get your co-host down here, and y'all
I
join
would
us again.
love to get hey today. I'm sure you're watching. Hey.
Of course, Ricardo. Where can they find Wonder Twin Powers? I'm sorry.
YouTube, Instagrams, Twitters, Facebooks, you know, all the good stuff.
I
you
put
know?
the @Wonder Twin Powers Activate hashtag. Not the hashtag, the @sign.
Oh, well,
So
thank you. Awesome. Yeah.
Go
that
follow
works.
it down there.
Yeah.
You can find me on Instagram at AlamoNerd89.
You can find me on Instagram @BetterCat and on Twitter. I forgot my Twitter. Twitch Bad Moon. I yell about Overwatch League
I put
stuff.
that better.
Oh, and we have a new one for it's called Doa Drawings @Doa Drawings, where we draw cartoons of what the casters are talking
How do
about
you spell that?
really badly. We're not artists, so we just draw terrible comics of what they're talking about. But it's going to be big.
How do you spell that?
DOA Drawings,
There you go. DOA drawings.
and it's a reference to Gigi Doa, who's one of the casters.
And of course, the lady behind the board that has made everything work and look pretty and everything. Cora, where can they find you?
now?
You can find me on Twitter @HawksPerch, where I scream into the void about Suikoden. And if you also like to scream into the void about Suikoden, you should follow me and be my friend so that I can scream at people with people.
He also screams about Hawkeye.
I also do scream about Hawkeye and more
I'm
recently.
their love child.
Yes.
We found this out this week.
Yes.
And Jason, where can they find you?
You can find me. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh,
You
were
stepped
done.
all over Cora.
And at Instagram,
Oh, that's right. Forgot the
on
gram.
Instagram, @Korodono, KORODONO, where I post my artwork and stuff. And I've been posting prompt things in the stories so you guys can help, pick out what I draw because I'm uncreative.
All right. Of course,
Now, Jason, where can they
you can
find
find
you?
me on Twitter and Instagram @JasonTheX. Make sure you're subscribed because this weekend we're going to do a couple of Marvel Legends reviews, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of game streaming on Saturday and Sunday. So
I might join him, maybe.
enjoy me some Overwatch. There we go. And I do have a co-op game that I want somebody to come over and play with me.
What
so
was it?
It's 20XTX. I want somebody to come over and
Oh,
play
that's
with
the one that looked like
me. Yes,
so
I
much
want
fun.
somebody come over and play it with me.
I might try
I
to
played
get
it for a
over
bit co-op with my buddy Sean from Alternate Heads, and it is a lot of fun. So make sure you subscribe over to Twitch and YouTube. Catch out some of that. We'll catch some of that. Like I said, thanks again, Aaron, for joining us this week.
Thank you
We've
so
got to
much.
have you over
You're
again.
Thank you, man.
And I love our new poster back here for the Meg. I can't wait for that movie.
The people look like bacteria.
They gonna die.
They
They
do.
gonna die.
They get
Anyway,
It's a megalodon.
that's it for us, guys. We will see you next week. And as we always say, keep on nerding.
Yes.
What is that? Keep on nerding.
Keep on nerding.
I'm
That's
just
the thing we
kidding.
say.
Keep on nerding.